The client meeting was going badly. They had concerns about the timeline, the budget, and the strategy, all things I could address. I'd prepared for every possible question. But every time I started to answer, Marcus interrupted. Client, we're concerned about the December deadline. Me. Actually, I've built in buffer time. Marcus, what Jennifer means is that we've carefully considered the timeline. We're confident we can deliver. Client, what about the budget overage? Me. Those aren't overages, they're... Marcus, Jennifer's team has been very thorough with the cost analysis. Let me walk you through it. He pulled up my spreadsheet and started explaining my work. I sat there in stunned silence. Every time I tried to speak, he spoke over me. The client started directing all their questions to Marcus. I became invisible. After the meeting, I confronted him. Why did you keep interrupting me? I wasn't interrupting. I was helping. You seemed nervous. I wasn't nervous. I was prepared. I was prepared. You just didn't let me speak. I think you're being oversensitive. I was supporting you. By talking over me, by explaining my own work to the client, he shrugged. They seemed to respond well to my explanation. They responded well because you're a man and they're old-school businessmen who don't take women seriously. Wow, that's pretty sexist of you. I walked away before I said something I'd regret, but it kept happening. In meetings, Marcus would help by speaking for me, by rephrasing what I'd just said, by jumping in before I could finish my thoughts. My boss thankfully noticed. After the third meeting where Marcus had dominated while I sat silent, she pulled me aside. What's going on with you and Marcus? He won't let me speak. He interrupts constantly. I noticed. Why aren't you pushing back? I try, but he's persistent. And when I do push back, he acts like I'm being difficult. She nodded slowly. Let me handle this. The next meeting, my boss intervened. When Marcus tried to interrupt me, she cut him off. Marcus let Jennifer finish. When he tried to rephrase what I'd said, she redirected to me. Jennifer, can you clarify that point? Marcus looked annoyed but stayed quiet. After the meeting, my boss called Marcus into her office. I don't know exactly what she said, but he came out looking subdued. He avoided me for the rest of the week, then he tried a different approach. In the next client meeting, he stayed completely silent. When the client asked a question, he looked at me and waited. When I answered, he nodded along but didn't add anything. It should have been better, but somehow it felt worse. He was making a point. After the meeting, he said loudly enough for everyone to hear, I'm just trying to be more aware of not interrupting. I want to make sure Jennifer has space to speak. It sounded supportive, but it was dripping with sarcasm. My boss caught it too. She called another meeting with both of us. This isn't working, she said bluntly. Marcus, you're either interrupting Jennifer or making pointed statements about not interrupting her. Either way, you're making this about you instead of about the work. I'm just trying to do what you asked. No, you're being passive-aggressive, and it needs to stop. I don't know what you want from me. I'm trying to be supportive. I want you to treat Jennifer like a colleague, not someone who needs your help or your permission to speak. Just a colleague. He was quiet for a moment. Fine. Things got better slowly. Marcus stopped interrupting. He stopped helping, but he also stopped collaborating. We worked on the same projects but barely spoke. He'd send short emails. He'd skip optional meetings I was in. He made it clear he was only working with me because he had to. I asked my boss if I could be moved to a different